Mike Rowe has become somewhat of a household name through his hit program, Dirty Jobs. On that Discovery Channel staple, Mike personally engaged with workers from some of the dirtiest industries in the world. This occurred in the form of filmed segments that featured Mike on location, performing the duties alongside the workers themselves. Besides being fascinated with the dirty jobs on display, audiences were won over by Mike's heartwarming sense of humor and unique affability. Rowe is now looking to translate this winning charm into a new educational endeavor, this time on the Discover Channel's new streaming platform, Discovery+. The show, which is spun off from the host's own podcast, is called 6 Degrees with Mike Rowe. It'll feature the host tackling numerous topics from throughout history with the aim of instilling a higher personal connection with history into the audience. Sit tight with Faxverse as Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs is back with a new show. He brought a new idea that was going to use his patented mix of entertainment and humor to enlighten audiences about an entirely different topic than Dirty Jobs. This time, the focus would be on history. Discovery Channel thought this could be a perfect fit for their new streaming platform, Discovery+. They agreed to let Mike film the series, which was to be called 6 Degrees with Mike Rowe, based off his podcast, The Way I Heard It with Mike Rowe. The show aims to tackle the topic of history with a much more personal connection to the average person, allowing the audience to feel a deeper kinship with tales of the past. It comes as a form of activism from its host, who feels that understanding the past and our connection to it may help heal the divide that so many people feel across the world. As per the name of the show, the idea is there are only 6 degrees of separation between any two things, being applied to topics throughout history. In this sense, the audience can begin to feel a more personal connection with history. And Rowe feels that by understanding the past, there's less of a chance of the past being repeated. 6 Degrees with Mike Rowe aims to instill more humor and personality into history, with its host's trademark sense of humor. It's inspired by the concept of his podcast, The Way I Heard It with Mike Rowe. The title of the podcast refers to the fact that Mike may not have the facts about history 100% correct, as he wasn't there firsthand. His recounting of history is simply the way he heard it. With this concept, the host seems to be trying to alleviate some of the stuffy pretense that we generally associate with history. Perhaps, with 6 Degrees with Mike Rowe, we can have as much fun learning about history as we did learning about some of the world's dirtiest jobs. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Faxverse if you haven't already. And stick around to learn a lot more about Mike Rowe's new show. Mike said the concept for 6 Degrees with Mike Rowe is meant to pay tribute to his father, who was a high school history teacher. However, Dirty Jobs was also meant to pay tribute to one of Mike's close family members. The host's grandfather was a skilled tradesman, and Mike always admired the incredible amount of passion he put into even the crassest job. In that way, the concept for Dirty Jobs was meant to pay tribute to this aspect of his grandfather. Dirty Jobs was derived from personal passion, and Mike came up with the concept on his own. He made a pitch that he offered up as a recurring segment to Good Morning America. The program declined the offer, despite allowing Mike back on later several times as a guest. The early small segments that Mike made to demo the idea were short, but already had the tone down for what the show was going to become, from its initial pilot specials until its later days on CNN as Somebody's Gotta Do It. Somebody's Gotta Do It was more than a spiritual successor, inheriting the name Mike Rowe gave to the original pitch, discovery, as well as the patience. However, Mike is keen to express he has a great deal of respect for those in the medical field. While Dirty Jobs never had any direct run-ins with the mob, the crew did get into danger a couple of times while filming. Once in South Africa, the show was filming a segment at a monkey sanctuary and a camera operator was attacked and wounded. Another time, Rowe himself was forced to personally engage with sharks. Although the encounter got heated, Rowe survived. Along with his new show on Discovery+, a spin-off of Dirty Jobs has been airing on the traditional Discovery Channel network. This spin-off is called Dirty Jobs Road Trip. Between this new spin-off and 6 Degrees with Mike Rowe, Mike's future looks promising. Besides Dirty Jobs, Mike Rowe has also hosted plenty of other shows, including Shark Week and Deadliest Catch. Comment down below to share how you know Mike Rowe best, or your favorite segment so far from Dirty Jobs. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to Faxverse for more. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.